Okay, hey y'all, hey, you getting 2 for 1. So if you see this video and you like, she just had that outfit on the other day. Yeah, I'm actually recording 2 videos back to back. So, right quick, guess what? Um, I wanted to share with you guys that I posted a video in reference to women and us, and this is going to be a quick clip. This is I posted a video in reference to women and the word hypergamy. And as I've done some research on it, initially I didn't know what the word meant, but evidently modern day women have figured that part out, and that there's a whole movement of that, right? And it's talking about, women marrying up. And the more that I did the research on it, the more I kind of listened to a couple of content builders that I listen to. They are certified counselors. And I put that preference out there because certified counselors are professionals at this, what we're doing right here. They are a professional at this. They have gone to school and they understand the pedagogy that goes along with that component. But they also have a broad range of people that they are seeing or that they are doing research on. So the value of what they say to me has a little bit more validity, perhaps even than myself. And so I did the video, and from the video, my video originally was talking about women who are expecting for a man to pay 100%. And from that video, I took a clip and made a short that was 60 seconds long that talked about the portion of hypergamy. Well, someone commented on that video, and he basically was saying, if I understand him correctly, because I did go back and ask him to please, give me more information because I'm not quite sure whether or not I understand you. That was me really like popping off, right? So basically, in the video, in the comment, what he was pretty much saying, I'm going to give you a summary, is he was saying that, what if a person felt that they were a 9 or a 10? In the video, I said that I feel that I am basically maybe a 6 or a 7, right? Which means that if I meet a man that is if I think I'm a 6 or a 7, if I meet a man that is a 7, 8, or 9, I am then being a part of the hypergamy community, right? Because a man that is a 3 or a 4 is probably not going to be able to capture my attention. He's not going to be able to, he might be able to capture it, but he won't be able to maintain it. I'll put it that way. So my point in saying that is not saying that some people can't marry. If you're a 7, you could have a 4. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, if you look at the traditional roles of men and women, and if you look at the traditional foundation of family, typically women did marry up. And they married up because most women did not have a job back then. Most women they stayed at home. And so they did marry a man that was more intelligent than them, that made more money than them. So you have to look at the full foundation of what someone is saying, not just a portion of it. When we make those clips, that's to draw you in. Then you should go and actually, that's the appetizer. And then you go and get the meat. For the people that are on my channel anyway, because they're at a 7 and they're moving up. Okay, I'm sorry. Don't let me get myself in trouble. But my point to him is that I know that I will need a man that can intellectually stimulate me, which means that if I am already intellectually stimulated at a certain level, I have to think, even if he's not an 8, I got to think that he is an 8. Now, from a financial perspective, I don't feel that same way. I feel like if we can meet in the middle, he might make a little less than me. I might make a little less than him. But because of the way that I manage finances, I don't need a whole lot of money. Some people need a whole lot of money because they live out of their means. They constantly live above what their lifestyle should be. I am a practicer of trying to live either at or below my means, because you never know when something is going to happen. And so if you live that way, it doesn't matter whether you make $40,000 a year or whether you make $100,000 a year. If you live below or equal to your means, then you're not going to have to worry about a financial component. The reason that a lot of people need to marry up financially is because they're trying to move into places and live a lifestyle that is not equitable for the day-to-day paycheck that they get. Okay, I don't know who that was for, but you're getting it this morning. So, in reference to this young man and the comment that he made, I want to make sure that I am clear, because one of the things I didn't do is I did not get to go back and clean that up as I just did. What I am saying is, typically, even if a woman was a 2, she typically married a man that was a 5. So it does not have anything to do with saying that somebody needs to be a 10. I would never likely be attracted to a man that was a 9 or a 10. I probably would not, because I already know what type of expectations that he's going to have. And because I know what type of young lady that I am, I know that I'm probably not going to want to meet that. I'm going to probably be able to tell him, hey, I'm going to give you about 7. You might can squeeze 8 out of me. But that's going to be about it. So I'm going to stay right here in my 6, 7 range where I'm good, I'm comfortable. And that doesn't mean that I'm not willing to grow, because I am. But what I am saying is, on a day-to-day basis, we all should. I'm thinking about a rubber band. I'm looking around. I don't have one on my desk. Here it is. You should have the flexibility that, yes, we can stretch to a capacity. So sometimes we can stay at this level. Let's just say this is the 10 level. But this rubber band was not intended to stay that way. Not this rubber band. There are some rubber bands that are shaped this way, and that is their natural shape. But this rubber band is going to be at about a 4. Does it have the capacity to go that far? Yes, it can. But eventually, because the mechanism that this is made out of was not intended to be stretched like that for an extended period of time, it was only made to be stretched for the time period that you might need to use it. So if you need to bag up something for a moment and you put that on there, that's what that's for. But it is not going to be able to stay at that full capacity, because it wasn't created that way. So I just wanted to put that nugget out there, so that the young man, perhaps if he was offended by what I said, I didn't mean that you weren't a 9 or a 10, sweetie. You could be whatever it is that you so desired to be. But I know realistically, we all need to be able to look in the mirror and know that if you're a 4, why are you even thinking about trying to be with a man that's a 10? Or why are you trying to think about being with a woman that's a 10? Because in the end, there is already a range of people that are in that category with them. So unless you are willing to grow to that particular level, not just experience what they bring at that level, then that's not going to be a level that's going to be good for you. And that's why so many marriages and or relationships where people will say, well, we outgrew each other. No, the truth of the matter is you were never planted in that field in the first place. You were planted over here in another field, but you tried to then cohabitate with somebody that came from this field over here. Now, does that mean that legacy does not change over a period of time? No, that's not what that means, because legacy does change. Sometimes people marry into a family and it changes their whole trajectory of life and how they're supposed to go. But I think that that's just a small component when it comes to us content builders and the information that we're able to give on these videos. So if you want more information, more content about that, you want me to dig deeper, get in the comments, give me some feedback. Shoot me an email at meditationswithmarigny@gmail.com. And then I'll come back and I'll follow up with you just like I'm following up with him. Have a great day, y'all. Click like. I need you to share it with a friend. And I need you to just subscribe. I need to build up my content base. Have a good day. Bye.